Please remember to check out our other videos and to click on the subscribe button and tap on the bell icon so you get notifications each time we upload another video. Hello and welcome to another episode, and welcome to the Skoda Citigo. This is one of the cheapest cars on the EV market currently available. You would be forgiven if you mistake the Skoda Citigo EiV for a Seat Mii or indeed the VW e-up. After all, they share the same platform, and bar a few spec changes and small design alterations, they are virtually the same. The Skoda is the cheapest in the range, and some internet searches through various lease companies turned up some excellent deals, with monthly payments between £200 to £250 per month depending on deposit and annual mileage. The lower spec Citigo, the SE model, will allow you to purchase from around £2,000 cheaper than the SEL spec, but does lose the DC fast charge option, which on its own is a £750 upgrade. So in my opinion, I'd be heading for the top spec model every time. This EV is built to a budget, so LED lights are out and halogens are back in, with only the high level brake light and daytime running lights making the grade. Looking in the boot, you get 250 litres of space with the seats up. Drop them down and that increases to 959 litres. Included is a 32 amp cable, but the 3-pin 10 amp cable is an additional £175, so be aware of this cost. Space in the front is ample for me at 5'6", but the Citigo will definitely house more. Driver and passenger seats both have manual height and reach adjustment, but the steering wheel only gets rake adjustment. But this didn't affect my driving position, and it was easy to get comfortable. Jumping into the rear, and surprisingly it's spacious here too, with the passenger seat set to my position. 2 grown adults in here will be no issue. Now, you may recognise the dash because nothing has really changed from the previous variant of the VW e-up where the Citigo was taken from. This model benefits from 2-stage driver and passenger heated seats and a heated front screen, with both specs getting climate control. The previous removable Garmin screen has been costed out in favour of your smartphone, which integrates nicely into your DAB stereo, giving easy access to driving data, navigation and most importantly, music. It does however utilise the only USB port we could find in the whole car. But when you do switch off, the Citigo will make sure your phone doesn't get left behind. You also get auto headlights, and on this model, front fog lights, electric mirrors and electric front windows, which aren't the quietest and do lack some of that VW quality that we've become accustomed to. And in addition, the SEL model benefits from parking sensors, but not a rear camera sadly. In the rear, you have these pop-out windows, which are easy to use and vent well, and obviously keep costs down. Again, crossing over from the original e-up is the instrument cluster, which is near on identical. Here you can easily select your brake regeneration levels with a gentle pull on the gear selector or by knocking across for lighter levels. Also, you can select your driving modes, Eco, Eco Plus and Normal, but for me, Normal was best. The glove compartment is a good size and will easily accommodate a small drinking bottle, but you do have a single drink holder in the centre. Driver and passenger door cards also have drink storage, although I'm not sure I'd trust a coffee at this angle. And rear passengers will have to fight it out for a single cup holder as there is zero storage in their doors. The range display is great and well over its WLTP recommendations, but pop the aircon on and there is a marked decrease, which is well worth considering if you are in a particularly hot or cold climate. Charging will take 4.5 to 5 hours on a 7 kilowatt home unit, or a 50 kilowatt DC rapid charger will give you around 80% in 40 minutes. And just so you can keep tabs on things, you have this great app showing all relevant data, including this, 7.1 miles per kilowatt hour, accumulated from town driving, and bizarrely it's very easy to achieve. The 0 to 60 time comes in at 12.3 seconds, but feels much quicker and kicks its petrol counterpart into touch by almost 3 seconds, another win for the EVs. More than that is the way the Citigo feels on the road. It's nippy, nimble and an overall great car to drive.
Hello and welcome to another episode. Now I'm going to apologise for the view. This is the best we could do. Normally the Citigo has a phone stored here and it was completely obscuring the view. which was one of my points about the car, one of the bad points, which we'll come on to in a second. But what a car!
Yeah.
What a car!
Well, my first reaction when I got in it was the space was incredible.
Yeah.
For a little car in the front. I mean, the back's a little bit more restricted. Fine for me, but yeah, spacey.
Bearing in mind it's a supermini, it's actually a very, very, very big car inside. Loads of space, especially headroom.
Yeah, for you particularly.
I've got a very long back and neck. I might have mentioned that in most of our other videos. In the back, with me sat bolt upright, easily plenty of room.
Yeah.
So,
good little car.
Yeah, it is. It's impressive.
It has a purpose and it fits that purpose perfectly.
Yes, it does, absolutely.
And it's named for that purpose.
It is, yeah, absolutely. It is a city car, but this is a city car with a decent sized battery on it.
Full battery capacity is 36.8 kilowatt hours with a usable 33.3 kilowatt hours, and we have been averaging a genuine 4.7 miles per kilowatt hour. That would equate to 152 miles of range and is equal to 250 miles per gallon equivalent. I'm still not overly sure how Skoda have squeezed such a big battery into such a small space.
Well, they've squeezed it in somehow. It's well and truly in here, and they've done a good job.
What's the charging situation with this?
Yes, so there's two specs. I'll put them underneath now. You get rapid charging with the high spec one, and it's an option on the lower spec one, which is a bit of a... But then it's cost again, it's built to a cost. So you get 7 kilowatt on board and you get 40 kilowatt DC rapid on CCS. For the size of battery, that's an hour worst case scenario on a 50 kilowatt charger.
Yeah. I mean, the E-Up that we tested, it's a massive step forward from that.
Oh yeah, that's the one I took to Scotland, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
I'd love to take this one.
Would you?
Yeah, I would, because as I know it, it doesn't have any thermal management, but
okay.
Neither did the E-Up, and that had no issues, and it charged very, very quickly.
I think with the lower spec model, I think you'd be very tempted to get the upgrade and get the rapid charging, particularly people who are first-time EV buyers.
Yes.
With that anxiety, range anxiety situation, you've got that available. But I think it's just the convenience of it.
Yeah.
If you did want to do a longer journey, you've got it.
So, but even still, if you've got a driveway, you're going to be charging this in 0 to full in about 5 hours on a 7 kilowatt charger. So, I mean, that's no time at all.
No. So we've just sped up a bit, and we're doing about 50 now, down some really windy country roads. It feels nice.
Does it?
Yeah. I'm not really feeling those bumps quite as we were on the drive down here, I've got to say. That
was sticking well, wasn't it?
Yeah, just chucked it around a bit of a corner. Carefully, obviously.
Yeah.
You actually holding the room?
Yeah, there's no grab handle, I've just noticed. Built to a cost, no grab handles anywhere.
So the gear selector is something I want to talk about. Now, you've got your standard, you've got park, reverse, neutral, drive and brake regeneration mode. But then it's got, is it 4-stage regen?
It's got 3.
3?
Yeah, 4 is if you just select B mode, it goes straight into 4. But you can go through 1, 2 and 3 on the way to 4.
Okay. Yeah. So at least I suppose it goes straight into 4, so you get that full regen unless you want less, which is better than some other cars where you have to go through it to add the regen. But it just seems a little bit overcomplicated.
I'm going to disagree, and that's because you can work that without even looking, and within a couple of minutes you're all over it. You can just I think you're wrong. Actually, I do. There's nothing complicated about that.
I just think there's too many options. Whereas I just think I'm always the same though. I always just think that you should have regen. Why have 4 stages of regen, 3 stages of regen?
Some people don't like it.
No, I suppose, but for me, that's just a personal opinion.
Yes, yeah. No, that's fair enough. I mean, maybe it's not to everyone's taste, but for me and anybody else on the planet, I think you'll have no problems. I think it's just you that's got an issue, personally.
Yeah.
So, talking of regen, go on, what's it like?
Let's have a go. Okay. Let me just check what stage we're in. Let's have a go.
So that's 30 and off. 20, 15, 10, and does that bring
Stop. That's pretty decent, regen in stage 4. So the acceleration,
What do you think?
it's enough.
What is it to 60? Does it do 60?
Is it 12?
Easily does 60.
It's 12 point something seconds to 60.
I think it was 12.3, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not going to break any records, but it's enough.
Yeah, 61 kilowatt, which is 82 and a half brake horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
Easily enough for a car that doesn't weigh much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. I don't think many people are going to have any issues with that, and that'll win you the traffic light Grand Prix in front of most cars. So yeah. So let me just run through a couple of the bad points. It's built to a cost. You can feel the frame through the headrest. You can hear the windows. Some bits of the quality aren't there. You know, it's not like jumping into a Mercedes C63, for example, but it's 20 grand.
Yeah.
And it will cost you nothing to run.
Yeah.
The good points are the way it feels on the road, the acceleration, the regen, the cost to run, the way it looks. I think it's beautiful. It's got some nice little accents on the gear selector gator, which go with the car, to go with the green credentials. Just all of it, just together. The way that phone integrates there to your infotainment system, it just works, and it gives you that intuitive kind of feel, the ease of use. So it's techie, and people want tech.
Yeah.
People want tech.
It's cute.
Yes.
It's got a cute factor.
It has. This will suit a lot of people. Definitely will.
Yeah.
You happy?
I'm happy.
Would you buy one if you're in the market for one of these? Let's say you were a single girl on your own, go back 15 years, and you could have bought this car. Would you have had one?
Yes.
Would you?
Yeah.
Over your Clio?
Over my Clio, yeah.
Ah, that's good. That's good.
I would.
Yeah. I think we might have exhausted it there.
I think we have.
I think we have. But it's been, overall, an amazing experience. This car is great. So impressed by it.
That's it.
Think we've exhausted it? I think we have. So
thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter at Gate Phantom, and we'll see you again soon with another episode.
bye for now.
Another point we forgot to mention: in certain conditions, your mobile phone along with the rear view mirror can cause a certain amount of blind area, which did catch me out on a few occasions. To summarise, the Citigo, Me or E-Up, whichever you opt for, is an excellent car and EV. If you are in the market for a supermini, you shouldn't overlook these as an option.